And it just took me a long time to love myself and to love my figure and be happy in my body. That is until recently. And just social media is starting to take that away from me. It is starting to take away the progress that I've seen in myself and like ruin it. Whew. Hello, you guys. You are catching me record this, or I should say I'm recording this directly after having my own like little meltdown in regards to body image and the fitness world. And I already wanted to make this video anyway, but I don't know, I saw something that was just like super triggering today. And in the past couple weeks, it's just stuff that I've been noticing, which obviously it's been going on much longer than the past couple weeks. It's just the fact that it's been on my mind the past couple weeks. So I really want to take the time to talk about the fitness industry and how it needs to change, you guys. And what I mean by that is it just keeps promoting this toxic idea of how people should look and how women should look and how lean people can get and should get, and glorifying, you know, dieting and bulking and being in the gym and building muscle and blah 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 blah. And I'm kind of tired of it. And what's more is that I'm a fitness coach and I love fitness. I help other women with their fitness journeys build muscle and lose fat. But it's just insanely discouraging opening up something like Instagram or even YouTube, and I just can't get away from like these really perfect bodies. And it's just really disheartening, especially as someone who is educated and I know what the process is. I know how to go about building muscle and losing fat effectively. And sometimes some of the people that are really popular, they're not even educated. They just have these amazing bodies, in part because genetics. And I'm not discrediting the hard work that they do. I know that a lot of them do put effort, obviously. But it's also, these people are most likely getting their results from disordered habits, like disordered eating, the amount of protein that they're fucking eating, or calorie restriction, and they're not honest about that. They're not honest about how restrictive their food intake actually is to be lean, or work out 5 times a week or more to achieve the physique that they have, or, you know, the fact that it takes years to do that, etc., etc. And a lot of people are holding themselves up to those kind of standards, and we're really just normal people. For example, me, I work in person as a coach. I'm also running an online business. I am trying to manage social media. That alone is a lot of stress. That is a lot of work. That fills up a lot of my time. And I don't want to work out, or at least hit the gym and make it to the gym 5 times a week, sometimes twice in a day, to get an insane figure. And a lot of people are in that same boat where they have families, they have careers, they have so much shit going on. They're trying to go to school and work at the same time. That was also me whenever I first started trying to get into fitness and trying to build my dream body. I was working 30 hours a week and going back to school and having to pay for school out of pocket. And, you know, I live in the city and it's based off of commuting on public transit. And, you know, every commute is like 45 minutes away. So from my house to get to work, it's 45 minutes. From my house to get to school at that time was about 45 minutes to an hour. And then, you know, I'm already filling up my days with work or with school. And then I was supposed to come and hit the gym 5 times a week and kill myself with crazy hard workouts and cardio and da da da. And it was too hard. It was unsustainable. And I didn't love fitness and have a really positive relationship with it until I changed that paradigm and resistance train 3 days a week. So that's what I've been doing for like several years now, is I resistance train 3 days a week because it's maintainable for me. It keeps me in love with the gym. It keeps me motivated and excited most of the time to do my workouts. Of course, there are times where I'm not motivated at all, but because I'm only going to gym 3 times a week, I can hit it. I can hit it 99% of the time. And consistency is really, really important in your journey. Let's go back. So something that I just found so triggering is opening up YouTube. I was actually doing research. I wasn't even trying to look at fitness or bodies or whatever. And of course, this super lean, super jacked girl comes on, and her YouTube caption for her short is like, how I eat 2,700 calories without bulking and cutting. And she is super lean and really fucking ripped. Like, you don't get this body out of nowhere. You don't get this body from honestly not cutting and bulking. I'm sorry. Like, I cannot believe that she has never cut and bulked in her entire life. I just have a really hard time believing that, especially someone coming from a background of studying this shit. And it's just such misinformation, and it's so disheartening to tell people that you can eat 2,700 calories a day and you haven't gone through bulking and cutting. You don't bulk and cut. And when a lot of people who are on their fitness journey won't look like that at all whenever they add in calories to their diet. Like, you can't just add a shit ton of calories into your diet and not gain any sort of fat. Even if you are building muscle, it takes dedication, it takes effort, and it takes strategy. Increasing your calories to an amount like 2,700 is effort for a lot of people. And I will point out that she is a short person like I am. Reference, whenever I started tracking my calories, I was eating like 1,500 to 1,600 calories. So to just say that I could eat 2,700 calories and not gain fat to get to that place, it just doesn't make sense, you guys. It just doesn't. I work out and I do have physique goals, but working out has brought me so much more than just noticing what my body looks like all the time. It's brought me a lot of self-confidence in the way I feel and self-confidence in performance. It's had a really positive effect on my mental health. Just like getting to the gym, being able to lift weights, pick up something heavy and see progress over time feels so good. It feels so freaking good, you guys. It feels really nice to do something for yourself. Even if you are not lifting heavy weights, you're not setting PRs, blah, 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 but just getting and doing some form of exercise. It doesn't even have to be lifting weights. This is just what I really enjoy. Has such a positive effect on mental health and how you perceive yourself and how you perceive your health, because you are working on your health at the same time, and you probably just feel really good in yourself that you know that you did the thing. I have seen progress in my body, but also, again, my mental health over the years and my relationship to my body, to fitness, to nutrition. And I have made so many improvements. I used to not be able to eat that many types of food because I was so scared that like I was gonna get fat. Same thing, used to think that I had to work out really hard. I had to feel the burn. It had to be so much effort and I had to be dying for exercise to be effective. I'm over that. Used to think that I had to work out 5 days a week, 6 days a week, and always be balancing resistance training and cardio. And, you know, my workouts would take me like an hour and a half. And I thought that that's the way that I should be working out to see results and to see change. That's not true. I'm over that. I'm also over feeling like my body isn't good enough. Whereas my younger version of self, I was always trying to burn fat. I was always trying to do the next thing to help me get that lean physique. And especially like as a short girl, getting lean was hard. Like I'm a short, kind of curvy girl. And I was always comparing myself to the 5'10" girl who's just naturally lean, doesn't carry a lot of fat on her body. And that's always what I was trying to look like whenever I was younger. And it took me a long time and a lot of self-work to realize that I was never going to look like that. No matter how much I dieted and exercised, I was never going to have those proportions and that frame. And it just took me a long time to love myself and to love my figure and be happy in my body and happy in my figure. That is until recently. And just social media is starting to take that away from me. It is starting to take away the progress that I've seen in myself and like ruin it. And I can't imagine what it feels like for people who haven't studied this shit, who don't know where to begin on their fitness journey, who are in some of the really negative, toxic cycles that I had used to be a part of, and that I have, dug and climbed my way out of those places. What you guys must be feeling whenever you just open up like Instagram or, YouTube or TikTok or whatever it is, and you just see these like amazing, amazing figures. It takes so much to get there, and the majority of people aren't going to put in the practice the things that it needs to take to get there. It is not just work, it is a lot of dedication, it's a lot of restriction, it's a lot of strategy. I want to find balance, and I want to be happy in my life and have a balance with my life. I live in the city. I have a partner. We like to go out and we like to go eat. We like to socialize with friends. We like to have cocktails. Him, a lot more than me, but it's still something that is a way for us to bond over. Going to new places in the city, like new restaurants and bars. Staying home, watching TV and having some popcorn and like some cookies or something. Like, that is balance to me. And the people you are seeing on Instagram, most likely in like 95% of cases, don't actually have that balance. Some people really are able to eat a shit ton of calories, but it's because they have built a lot of muscle mass and they have done it over time to get there. I think we need to normalize women's figures and women who have higher percentages of body fat in the gym and outside of the gym. Women who are into fitness who aren't super, super lean, who have, fat pudging out of their bra like I do, and shapes that are curvier than me and thicker than me and have more body fat than me. That's also okay. We need to see more of this in the fitness space. All right, you guys, thank you for hanging out with me on my really, really honest talk. I would love to know your opinions. I would love to know if you guys are as sick of this shit as I am. If you're currently struggling right now, comment. Yeah, let's talk about it.